Hello, lovely children. Today we are going to start a new poem of class 5, Louder Than a Clap of Thunder, which is written by Jack Prelutsky. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. So let's begin. Think of the variety of sounds that you hear in a day. The ring of an alarm clock is loud, but the click of a switch is not. A loud sound can be useful at times, but it can also disturb people. For instance, the loud horn of a bus warns people to move out of its way, but non-stop honking on the roads bothers everyone. Let's read a poem about a very loud sound and find out what it is. So, in this poem, the poet wants to describe, he is comparing the sound of his father with different sounds. Okay? It is a humorous piece that compares various sounds to even louder sounds with the speaker's father who is sleeping and who is snoring. So here is the explanation. Louder than a clap of thunder, louder than an eagle screams, louder than a dragon blunders, or a dozen football teams. The first 4 lines describe that there are variety of loud sound noises. Like the sounds of clap of thunder, an eagle's cry, a clumsy dragon, and a group of football players. These are all things we associate with being noisy, making the comparison to the father's snores even more dramatic. The poet wants to say that comparing with all other sounds, his father's snores are much more louder than all these things. Okay? Louder than a 4-alarmer or a rushing waterfall, louder than a knight in armor jumping from a 10-foot wall. Now the poet again continues to compare father's snores to other loud events. The 4-alarmer. The 4-alarmer is a very large fire that requires multiple fire engines, while a rushing waterfall and a jumping knight in armor also create significant noise. These images are used to exaggerate the volume of the snores his father is making. Louder than an earthquake rumbles, louder than a tidal wave, louder than an ogre cumbles, and he stumbles through his cave. Now further the poet is making more powerful loud phenomenons like an earthquake and a tidal waves are forces of nature that produce immense sound. An ogre grumbles and stumbles in its cave also conjure an image of a huge booming sound, further highlighting the extraordinary volume of the snores. Louder than stampeding cattle, louder than a cannon roars, louder than a giant's rattle. That's how loud my father snores. Now, in these final lines, the poet brings the comparison to the climax. The sounds of stampeding cattle, a roaring cannon, and a giant rattle are all extremely loud sounds. The final line reveals the true subject of all these comparisons. The speaker's father is snoring. This all emphasizes just how the loud sound is, trying all previous hyperboles together into single humorous point. So the poem humor comes from relatable annoyance of someone's loud snoring being compared to a series of increasingly fantastical loud events. So I hope this poem is clear to everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.